Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're well, blessed and kept of the Lord. And guys, it's that time again of making amazing recipes. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, then you are the best. So guys, I want us to make the amazing chicken biryani, and by now you know that chicken is my best meat. So let's just get straight into the ingredients, and then I'm going to take you through everything. And guys, I know that I've not posted for the past 2 weeks, but I am back to just give you and bombard you with videos back to back. So today we're going to be making chicken biryani, as I mentioned. So obviously you need chicken, and this is a full chicken that I have cut into pieces. And I would recommend that you wash your chicken. We also need some potatoes, and in the place of the potatoes you can use boiled eggs. We need natural yogurt. We need some onions, and those are about 5 onions, cooking oil, garlic and ginger. We also need some tomatoes, which I am going to blend, and then we need some coriander that I have cut into nice small pieces, and that's how it looks. After that, we are going to be needing some tomato paste, some salt, as you can see, and then on my plate I have some spices that I have placed there. And so what I have on my plate, the spices that I have there include chicken masala, turmeric, garam masala, curry powder that I didn't show, pilau masala and paprika. So those are the things that we are going to be needing to make our biryani. And guys, let me just quickly mention that if you don't have garam masala, you can just use the pilau masala on its own with some chicken masala. But garam just gives this meal a whole lot of vibe, like you will love the results. So we're going to begin off by marinating our chicken with the ingredients that we have. So in my sufuria, I'm going to add my chicken in there. Once you've added in your chicken, we are going to pour in our natural yogurt. And guys, you can only use natural yogurt because it's thick. If you don't have natural yogurt, use mala or buttermilk, but natural yogurt is the best. So once you've added in your natural yogurt, you're going to pour in our spices in there, and use the spices according to the meal you're making. Then we're going to pour in our garlic and ginger that I grated, but if you like mincing it, then however you like cutting your garlic and ginger, just do it that way. And then next we are going to add in our salt, and that's it guys. We are going to give this a nice mix, ensure that the chicken has mixed up with everything pretty well. Once you've mixed everything and ensure that everything is coated and the chicken, you should ensure when you're making this meal, ensure that the natural yogurt covers the chicken. So once it's like that, I'm going to cover, and we're going to set this aside to marinate as we make the rest of the things that we're going to be making. So guys, once our chicken is on the side, we're going to begin frying. So on my pan that I've already put on heat, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil in there, and it should be enough oil to fry. And the good thing about this oil is that it has the onions, so it is full of flavor. You can use it to make your other meals. It turns out amazing. So as our oil is heating up, let's make some rice. So basically what I did with my rice is I washed it. Once it's washed clean, I'm going to add in some oil, and this is dependent on how many cups of rice you're making. And then I'm also going to add some salt, and then I'm going to give that a stir and let it cook under medium heat. Now, something that I didn't show you when I was saying the ingredients is that you're going to be using the egg yellow food color later on once the rice has cooked, and that's the egg yellow food color that I'm going to be using. I'm using the one from the company Festival, but you can use any food color so long as it's egg yellow. I see other people that choose other food colors like green and pink, but this really depends on you. So once our oil is hot, and remember I told you that you try the hotness of the oil with your wooden spoon, we're going to add in our onions, and then you're going to let them cook until they are golden brown. And guys, be careful with this because you do not want your onions to burn. You just want them to achieve a nice golden color that is going to give your biryani the flavor and the color that it's going to have. So once everything is set, I'm just going to let it cook. And guys, look at that. Now when the onions reach this point, they move from this point to burnt real fast. So at this point, I'm just going to remove my onions because they are perfect. I am going to place them on my plate that has a paper towel so that it sucks off any excess oil, because we don't want our food to have excess oil. And guys, as you can see, our rice on the other side is cooking well. Yes, so it's under very low heat so that nothing burns. So once I have put my onions to the side, I'm just patting my potatoes with a kitchen towel, and then we're going to deep fry them. I want them to be crunchy. Now when you're deep frying them, don't deep fry them for too long because you don't want them to cook on the inside. You just want them to achieve the crunchiness. If they cook, once you add them to the biryani, they are going to mash, and you want them to still be firm. So we're going to let our potatoes cook, and then we are going to go to the next stage of adding our food color to the rice. So what I did is I took a quarter a teaspoon of the food color, added it to some water, as you can see, and then I'm going to pour it in my rice in bunches because I want my rice to have the food color part and the white part. You don't want the whole rice to have the color, the egg yellow color. So at this point, I'll keep turning my potatoes as we give time for the water that we've added to dry up in the rice. So guys, at this point my potatoes were ready. They were crunchy on the inside, but they were not cooked. Please note that the potatoes were not cooked on the inside, they were just crunchy. And now once we've done that, this is about that in around 20 to 30 minutes later, our chicken has marinated better. But if you can marinate this chicken for longer, the better. So I am going to add a little bit of the oil that I used to deep fry the potatoes and the onions because it has good flavor. Then I am going to stir that up, cover it, and let it cook well. Something you're going to notice is as the chicken starts cooking, it looks watery, and that's okay because it's going to cook down to the way you want it. Our rice is ready, guys, so I am using a fork so that this rice does not turn into gully, and then I'm just mixing that up well so that everything is mixed up. And guys, look at that, it looks amazing. So the only thing I did is I added the onions that I fried and a little bit of coriander, and voila, we are done. Our rice looks amazing. So now let's get into making the biryani. So guys, something that I didn't show you is that I blended my tomatoes and I added them into my biryani. Now for my tomato paste, I normally add a little bit of warm water, and then I stir it to make it into a nice paste so that when I add it in my biryani, it doesn't stick to some parts and some other parts are not well coated. So that's what I do, but you really don't have to do it. Just add your tomato paste however you like doing it. So at this point, as you can see, it looks watery, but don't worry guys, everything is going to turn out amazing at the end of it all. So once I've added in my tomato paste, I'm giving that a nice stir, and as you can see, the chicken has already started cooking. You can tell your chicken is cooking once it starts moving from the side of the bone. I don't know if that's clear, but yeah, that should be around 15 minutes of cooking your chicken. So I am going to add in my potatoes, and at this point I'm also going to be adding in my fried onions in there. And guys, let me tell you, biryani is a lot of work, but the results are amazing. This is something you can make when you have time, and trust me, you will not regret this recipe. So I know there are many ways of making biryani, but this is my way, and let me tell you, it turns out great. It just turns out delicious. So I'm just going to give that a good stir, and then we're going to cover that for a while. Then guys, as you can see, it looks like it's starting to thicken up. So at this point I added in a little bit of sugar. Why sugar? I added sugar because sugar helps with lowering any acidity for the tomatoes and the tomato paste. That way nobody gets any heartburn and nobody has any stomach upsets because of having tomato paste in their meals. So guys, that's a hack. Anytime you add tomato paste to your meals, just add a little bit of sugar. Now our meal at this point had thickened up and it looks amazing. And let me tell you something I noticed. Once it's ready and you cover it for a while, it gets thicker. So don't let it thicken up too much because you want it to be a little bit saucy. So at this point my meal was ready. The only thing that I did is I added some coriander, and my goodness, as you can see, the potatoes are whole, none of them are smashed. And I love how this turned out. It tasted amazing, guys. I promise you, this is just amazing. So now let's serve our biryani. And guys, look at that. As I said, once you leave the biryani for a while, it thickens up, and as you can see, it's thickened up how I love it, and it was amazing, guys. This was just, I don't know, biryani for me is just a meal that gets my savory taste and my sweet buns just, jumping up in joy. But this was amazing. This is a meal you can make for your family. By the way, happy belated Mother's Day to all mothers out there, and thank you so much for joining me, guys. And that's it for today's video. But just look at that biryani, guys. It looks amazing, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Thank you for subscribing. For those that have not subscribed, kindly remember to do so. Try out this recipe and tag me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is right here below, guys. And once you've tried it, please tag other people. Guys, remember to like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and guys, see you on our next video. Stay blessed and bye.